Hi everybody, this is Magdalena Tarot. I am just recording this because I'm kind of revisioning at the moment the way that I want to do this. I'm completely transforming the whole way I'm doing this, and there's a reason why, and it feels quite important to talk about because I'm always evolving with my tarot. For me, it's like a constant evolution, a constant growing. The tarot cards are so kind of deep and multi-layered that I don't think, for me anyway, my approach is that I never really stop learning about them, and probably the day I do, I won't want to use them anymore. So also the way that I read is changing right now, and something that kind of has been concerning me about a lot of, because I trained as a creative arts therapist in the United Kingdom, which is a very thorough and strict training, and we learn a lot about ethics, and the thing I really struggle with these internet tarot readings is sometimes the ethics of them. I worry sometimes about the mental health of people who sometimes are really desperate, because I remember I was in a moment when I was very, very desperate, and I came to YouTube. I discovered by accident these tarot, these incredible, mostly women. I'm drawn mostly to female readers, but there are some lovely men doing it too, but mostly the women tarot readers, incredible, insightful, gifted intuitives and psychics and empaths who are on here offering help and earning a living from home, giving out, with these free readings as a basis of their work life. And I really, for me, that really helped me. But I have to, in a very desperate time in my life, which is why I was drawn to doing it myself, because I wanted to develop my career as a tarot reader, and I also wanted to feel like I had more freedom with my tarot reading, get more creative with it in terms of how I do it. And I also very much believe in social engagement and helping people who can't pay for services. Tarot reading can get really expensive, it's the same as therapy, and I don't agree with that. I think these things should be accessible to everybody, like it was for me in a very difficult period of my life when I also didn't have a lot of money. I didn't have enough money to pay. To have a tarot reader or a therapist there for me every single week. So kind of acknowledging that. But when I came to this, I was very, myself as a kind of follower of YouTube tarot readers and psychics, I had already had a training for myself in how to contain oneself, in how to be ethical with others and myself in terms of caring professions. I knew how to, when I'm very intuitive myself, I'm an intuitive myself, so when I watched a reader who didn't, for me, have an energy that resonated, or sometimes readers, you feel pulled in by a reader, but at the same time, they're quite negative and destructive in things that they're saying, and it can actually make you feel worse after you've listened to them. And if you're in a very vulnerable place, you could blame yourself for that, and not realize that person actually has a very toxic energy, or that they might even be getting off on very subtly and indirectly hurting other people. So, I am worried in a way sometimes about being a part of this whole thing as well. Being a part of something that can potentially really harm people. But then the truth is that anything can harm anybody. You could go to a very expensive therapist, very expensive tarot reader, and still they could be, very, maybe they want to help, but they might unconsciously be carrying a lot of unworked on baggage, and they might do something very damaging. And of course, if you're paying someone a lot of money, you might not realize that they're actually, not helping you. So I realize that, this is coming from an anxious place in me, which, doesn't necessarily serve, and that everybody out there, is has their own ability to protect themselves and take care, and their own responsibility as well. And I can't be responsible for everybody. However, there are certain things, particular things that I struggle with, and the main one is this thing about a lot of messages come in readings about people getting back together with exes. Now, I think a lot of people are drawn to these tarot readers. There is a proportion, a percentage of people coming here because of a broken heart, a desperate broken heart, and that they're grieving about a loss of a lover. I think that's a really common thing, unrequited love or betrayal, that brings people to tarot. And I worry sometimes when I see people doing readings and they're saying, okay, I see that your ex is coming back. Because a lot of times the ex isn't coming back. And yeah, I kind of think, and I went through that myself when I kept being told, your ex is coming back, your ex is coming back. Well, my ex hasn't come back. I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll come back in the future. But every time I would take that information on, when what I really needed to be doing was focusing on getting over my ex, and I'd get pulled back a bit into, that my ex was maybe coming back. And it kind of, even now sometimes I'll hear a reading with a beloved, trusted reader, and they will say, yes, somebody's ex is coming back, and it will kind of pull me back into that place of, oh, maybe it's me, which isn't always helpful. And of course, if you're having a one-to-one reading, in terms of that, it's much safer, because the reader will know your story, and it's a conversation, it's a dialogue. So, maybe what I should be doing is offering like a sliding scale of readings, and probably that's what I want to do, like for people who really can't afford readings and are in really desperate help, to charge a very small amount for a reading, a limit, a certain amount of very cheap readings, one-to-one readings for people who are really in need and don't have the money, because I know I was there. So I want to completely change the way I do these readings, just so I don't want to dishonor any other amazing readers out there who are delivering those messages that I've just described as potentially very destructive or harmful. No, I love those people, I love those readers. I just worry sometimes about the vulnerability of these dear, sweet, beloved people, seekers who are nursing a broken heart and desperately seeking hope. I'm kind of honouring all of the tarot readers who I watch, who every single one of them has at some point said, oh, there's an ex that's coming back. I love all those people, all those women, But what I want to do with this reading is, by the way, they've all helped me tremendously. I've got so much help from those readers. My advice to you, by the way, as someone who's watching these readings, is just follow people you feel safe with, people who make you feel calm. People, if you find yourself criticizing a reader a lot, getting irritated, they're probably not the right reader for you. And it's not because there's anything wrong with them. It's just about kind of energy resonance. And sometimes we're triggered by a reader just because they remind us of someone we didn't get on with, or because they're very opposite from us. Maybe they're very fiery and you're very watery, or whatever. My other advice to you is, if you find yourself getting irritated with every single tarot reader you watch and getting triggered all the time, then I think probably watching tarot readers isn't right for you, because if it's triggering you too much, it's just not helping you. If all you find yourself doing is kind of criticizing and telling readers how they can do things better, then I would say this probably isn't the right domain for you, that you need to be working one-to-one with somebody, so that you can be much more in dialogue. Some people need that. Some people need to be in a constant dialogue. They need to be able to challenge their reader or their therapist and get a response, and that's where the healing takes place. There's nothing wrong with that, but it might be that these things become just a way for you to kind of vent things and not get back what you need. So I would really advise anybody who feels like they, this is now becoming an intuitive, now I feel myself channeling, but any of you who find yourself doing that, I'm just kind of sending you lots of love and respect, and encourage you to move away from these readings and just kind of giving out advice to readers all the time about how they could be better, and really find work together with a therapist to work on what that stuff is about, and just work with someone who you can be in a conversation with directly. So for those of you who feel drawn to these readings, just as I have been and still am, although I've filtered out now a lot of the readers that I watched quite a lot of different readers before, and I learned a lot as well from them, but I watch a lot less now. So what I want to say to you is, the way that I am going to proceed with my readings is that I'm going to just do 4 different readings a month. That will be the kind of backbone of what I put out there. I'm going to do an earth, an air, a fire and a water reading. Now, I personally sometimes get annoyed when readers that I love do that, because you think, oh, I want more of the kind of, I want to feel my Capricorn, or my Virgo or whatever. I'm a Virgo. I don't just want to be grouped in with everybody, with all the signs. But what I want to say to you is, what I recommend is that everybody, I'll put a caption on each reading to kind of give you a sense of the essence of the theme, but I encourage you to watch all of them, because most of us have earth, which is an earth sign, a fire sign, a water sign and an air sign. Most of us have elements, different elements within our own chart. And even if you don't, it might mean that you maybe sometimes you could do with a bit of water medicine because your chart is full of fire. So I think the way that I find readings work for me is, sometimes I'm drawn to my Venus sign, sometimes I'm drawn to my rising, sometimes I'm drawn to and they're all different in different elements. So I think for this, I'm calling in right now, as I create this new form for my readings. I'm calling in kind of a new way of channeling and messaging you all, and getting you the help that you need, and advice and inspiration that you need, by doing these 4 readings based in each of the elements. That I want you to allow your intuition to guide you to all of them or one of them, or whichever one of them feels like you're pulled towards. Now, if you've got tons of earth in your chart, of course it makes sense to go to the earth sign, the earth reading. But if you 1 week just randomly feel like, I think I need to listen to the water reading, then that one might be for you, or somebody you know. So what I want to do with each of those 4 elemental readings is try and find a kind of life lesson out of each one, something bigger than just a personal situation, although sometimes very personal messages pop up, which of course if I feel pulled towards that, I will say it. But my aim is to bring to life the tarot cards, the journey of the tarot, and the lessons that the tarot has to give in a bigger way, in a more general way, so that you can find inspiration from every single reading. That's my aim. Predictive reading, there could be predictions in here, and I know most tarot readers are doing that. It's a prediction for the month ahead normally. It's possible that that happens for you in one of these readings, but they won't be time specific. I'm going to aim to just read giving you advice for the here and now, as well as how to move forward. But for some of you, the reading that you hear will be about, for example, a past situation. I get that a lot. A reading comes up and I'm like, that was me a year ago. And I'm rehearing exactly a situation which was exactly like something I went through a year ago. So we've always got something to learn from our past, from our present, and for our future. So I want to kind of make these readings timeless, applicable to anyone at any time, and for you to practice your intuitive skills yourself in the choosing process, and to just trust that then there will be something in each reading for you. Now, if you're listening to something and you just feel like this is so not relevant for me and it's not helpful for me at all, please just switch it off. Just turn it off. This isn't therapy. You're not committed to a number of sessions. You have so much freedom here, so use and enjoy your freedom. Switch off when something feels wrong or it doesn't resonate or you're annoyed or irritated. You don't have to listen. The reason I'm doing this is because the tarot cards, for me, have so much to teach us, and it's because of the pictures, and I'm very creative. For me, the story of the tarot, the images of the tarot inspire me so much as an artist and a creator. And of course, I am an intuitive. I was, born that way. So for me, it feels so good to have this channel, literally a YouTube channel, in order to channel. Because I also need this space for myself to express myself as a channel in a way that's not limited to booked readings, in a kind of freer, more open way. So we're just going to explore this together. Please as you see right now, I'm totally at the beginning of my journey on YouTube, so I really need your likes. Otherwise, there's no point really in me carrying on. If I think that not enough people are benefiting or interested, then it's fine with me. I'll just stop, or maybe I'll carry on and just do it for me. But I doubt it. I think I need to feel like I'm helping somebody. So. Please like and subscribe to what you see, and if you really feel inspired, do go to my email address below, send me an email to ask for a one-to-one reading. That's my passion. I love to work one-to-one and live as well. I can do recorded readings for people, absolutely, but I really like to have contact, vocal contact and visual contact with people. So I really like to do Skype or WhatsApp or whatever, Messenger, live readings over this internet phone computer thing. So I'm sending you all so much love. I'm really calling out to you all from my heart, because yeah, the world needs right now, needs connection, it needs love, it needs more selfless reaching out from heart space. And yeah, this is my reach out to you in the hope that we can build together a community of here in this kind of virtual space, a community of sharing, of giving, of healing, and helping each other. So I'm sending you all much love. And this right here now is my Earth reading for October. So yes, I'll see you soon. Take care, bye.